Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to some more Fan Fridays. I'm just getting right into the battle because I feel like you guys are going to enjoy this as much as I will. And I don't want to spoil anything. I just want to watch it happen because I was told in the comments like, oh, hey, this is what the Tapu Fini's going to do. I'm like, oh man, why isn't anyone else doing it? This seems like the perfect combo in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I mean, it's Tapu Fini versus the Mimikyu. Mimikyu's just going to set up and win because Tapu Fini can't do anything except when it has the Iron Defense. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. Why are we not seeing more Iron Defense Tapu Fini is the question. Why did it take so many months after the release of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon for the spam to be real? Because Tapu Fini is already one of the bulkiest Tapu Pokemon. It's already stupidly tanky. So let's just go and take that to the next level. And Mimikyu's trying to set up, but that's not going to do anything. Yeah, now Mimikyu's behind. Tapu Fini turns that into a free Aqua Ring. Aqua Ring, that's healing. I guess Tapu Fini has like a Citrus Berry or something. You can maybe even get away with a Confusion Berry because Tapu Fini's just that tanky. Tapu Fini avoids as well, so Play Rough just naturally missing, but it's not like it mattered. It wasn't going to do crazy game-changing levels of damage, and then that's a little bit of healing from the Aqua Ring. So that is like the one problem that Tapu Fini has, is that it does not have Sustain. So the Aqua Ring, that takes away from a move slot. Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Calm Mind, that just makes sense. So it looks like there's no Protect leftovers for the healing or anything. Just have that Citrus Berry, which is going to give you burst healing as you set up. The Calm Mind means that, yeah, nothing's going to affect this Tapu Fini. Special attacks, nada. We have the Mimikyu setting up. Well, we just traded setup, so that's not going to do much. And Blaziken comes in. Blaziken's a physical attacker that's going to get immediately one shot by the Skull from Tapu Fini or the Moonblast. Actually, Moonblast, probably a better option. I'm trying to like think about like the resist tables and stuff, but a water absorb Pokemon would be annoying. You know, we just don't want to deal with any of that water immunity. Nothing's immune to Fairy, so you can just throw out those moves and have the fun happen, and then you're just healing the whole time. So I feel like the point is you just get a little bit of that sustain. It's not like a massive, unstoppable sustain, but at the same time, you're a legendary Pokemon known for doing good amounts of damage. You get 2 Iron Defense, 2 Calm Minds, you have an Aqua Ring set up, you're fine. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about much. So that's going to be into the Tapu Lele. Now, so bringing the Blaziken as just kind of like the sacrifice, pump some stats in Tapu Lele, hope for the best and see what happens. Battlefield's going to get weird. Priority didn't matter anyways. That's another thing about Tapu Fini. You can't status it for the first couple turns it's on the field. You just have to deal with it. And by then, it's already set up too much. So yeah, you get in on the right Pokemon, and then this ends up happening. Mimikyu can't touch it. Tapu Lele, it's going to go for the Psychic. Big damage from Lele. It's a solid hit, but I mean, even if there wasn't any Calm Mind, could have still survived pretty well. Moonblast comes in, that's 2-hit KO potential. We have healing on the Aqua Ring. Lele's going to go for another Psychic, and then I think we might see the Berry, right? Because yeah, see, perfect survival range right there into your healing Berry. Get the Calm Mind, set them up as you can, and that's all it takes. So Guava Berry comes in, Moonblast for that extra little bit of damage. That's the team. Everything dies now. Everything's dead. So it's slightly behind on sustain. Like, that's the one thing that kills me about the Tapu Fini. How many turns has this battle been going on right now? 11 turns. So I feel like leftovers Aqua Ring might be a better option, just because over the course of the battle you're going to be getting more healing. You're going to be feeling the effects from that healing. You're always taking damage as well. I don't think there's too many situations where you need the burst healing. Like, technically with the Tapu Lele right there. Yeah, so it depends on what you're worried about. If you're worried about just, like, setting up against reliable amounts of damage, then, yeah, you might just need the leftovers. If you're worried about, you know, that big hit, that 3-hit KO threat on top of, like, your little bits of setup, could get a little sketchy. But that's kind of it. So I wonder what the Tapu Fini actually has. Like, max hit points. It looks like it has a good amount of hit points. The opponent throwing out the Z move. Try and just do whatever it can. Z move crit to get this Tapu Fini out of here. There's the love. There's the snuggling forever. Tapu Fini just doesn't look like it cares. It's like, oh, wait, no. There's a little bit of nervous. Dude, the animation of Tapu Fini is just hilarious for that. And now Mimikyu devouring the opponent. Good job. Killed him. Way to go. God, I thought the Extreme Evo Boost animation took a while. And I thought, like, the Komodo animation. I think Mimikyu's might be the longest. I might need to time that one out. But yeah, two-shotting pretty much everything. Makes a lot of sense. Weirdness disappears from the battlefield. Leftover, or not the leftovers, the Aqua Ring healing up most of the damage, and that's kind of it. So yeah, if Tapu Fini had any little bits of extra sustain, it'd be a lot more terrifying. I think that's actually good game design from Game Freak's point of view, because it is a very supportive Pokemon. It does its job well in doubles. It can still be frustrating in singles, but it kind of just runs out there, does its thing, and then it's over. So that's pretty good, but now Blaziken, everything is just dead to the Tapu Fini with the setup. Even if you go up against a tankier Pokemon, like that team was hard aggro, and Tapu Fini still did fine. So we're going to see what happens for the other Pokemon as we go into next battle. I love the rest of the team as well. The follow-up, Scarf Heat Rotom, I'd imagine. That gives you trick support against tanks. That just gives you overwhelming damage. Then Lopunny, Scrappy, Destroy. There we go, mixing it up with the Flygon Respect. Is that going to be like the Dragon Dance Focus Sash? If it has that and it like matches the Garchomp, or at least trades with the Garchomp, that would be pretty entertaining right there. We got that against a Porygon 2 and a Metagross. So what is Tapu Fini going to do? Tapu Fini actually has a really good advantage against a lot of that team. Porygon 2 can't Toxic immediately, so Tapu Fini is able to get stats. Metagross, we're going to see how much of a damage threat it is. Like, Water Fairy, though, is a good typing, so you don't have to worry about that steal. Like, I think that's another thing about Tapu Fini, is like, you can't really exploit it too often. So, will be the Mega Metagross. Tough Claws, big damage. How is it going to respond with the, to the Iron Defense, you know? Is the Iron Defense going to be tanky enough? So, Tapu Fini tanks that at about half. Iron Defense is going to reduce damage. I think that's like perfect damage ranges right there. Oh, okay. Now we see the leftovers. There we go. Now I think this is where you get that Aqua Ring going. Like the sooner you get that Aqua Ring, you know, you're cutting the damage down. Aqua Ring, now you're getting an eighth of your health. And oh, goes for another Iron Defense. Okay. So that's another thing about the leftovers. Leftovers is consistent. Whether or not you Aqua Ring, you have it. And that will give you the little bits of healing that you're looking for. And then you just keep cutting down damage. We go from half to a quarter, down to like a third or something. The numbers start getting a little tricky because it doesn't scale exactly in half like that. You're gonna have to get to +6 before you get down to a quarter. Or an eighth, yeah. But then it's an eighth, so Aqua Ring plus the leftovers fully heals up what the damage Metagross is doing when you get all of your Iron Defenses. Meteor Mash comes through. Now Meteor Mash could raise Metagross's attack. That would be problematic, but Meteor Mash also has a chance to miss. So like a miss into a +1 on the attack, that's okay. Because the scaling, Tapu Fini is already like just nullifying, negating so much of damage that even one boost from Meteor Mash wouldn't really be the end of the world. As you can see, Tapu Fini's trading it right now pretty well. It got that Aqua Ring in there when it needed to. So that's going to be the Iron Defense. And now it's getting all of its health back that it just lost. And Metagross is dealing less damage. So yeah, that's what I mean. It's close. I mean, Metagross. That's one of the higher damage Pokemon you're going to see. The Tough Claws, Stab, Insanity right there. Not missing any Meteor Mash. And now Tapu Fini, it's reached equilibrium. I think once you hit this point, you're fine. Because unless the opponent switches out into a special attacker to exploit that, in which case you're getting a Free Calm Mind, maybe even 2 Free Calm Minds, and they might not have enough damage to finish you off because of Switch. That's healing. You're getting that tankiness against them. So yeah, now it's like, okay, cool, you Calm Mind forever, because you don't have to worry about much, and then you can eventually turn around into the damage. So Tapu Fini going to keep Calm Minding. It's like losing 1 health. So I mean, Tapu Fini's got 20 turns of this. And again, Metagross, one of the most overwhelmingly offensive Pokemon right now. So Tapu Fini is holding its own pretty well. It's one of those questions where it's like, well, how much would the other like berries would have helped? Like say we had a Confusion Berry. Well, after 8 Meteor Mash, you're not feeling the effect of that Confusion Berry anymore. So now Tapu Fini going for that Moonblast, turning it around right there. Moonblast connects onto the Metagross. It's all right. You gotta get it dead, and maybe we'll see a miss. And if Metagross misses, that's setting it back way far. So Metagross comes in with the Meteor Mash. Swing. It's close. Like, the numbers on that are close. I think Tapu Fini played it perfectly with how many Iron Defenses, being in the situation before, having experience with the Pokemon is what counts. And I think that's why, you know, hacking does give an advantage. That, you know, if you just hack in the Pokemon and you start playing with it, you're going to have more game knowledge than the opponent when you don't have any right to have more game knowledge than the opponent. So with this, you know, getting the experience, learning it well, and then applying it. But now Tapu Fini, can it make this work? Because Garchomp has nowhere near the amount of damage that Tough Claws, high damage, Mega Medic, actually, maybe not nowhere near. It's going to get comparable. Because, you know, it could have the Life Orb and stuff. Or it could go for a Swords Dance and try to turn that one around. But Tapu Fini just has to Moonblast. It has nothing else that it needs to do or worry about. So Garchomp comes in with the Earthquake. 32 health on Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini only taking it down to 14. Probably Scarf then. The Scarf Garchomp showing that, yep. Okay, Scarf Garchomp definitely under damage. When we get to the, ooh, Focus Sash. Okay, Scarf Focus Sash, whatever does not have damage boosting. Even then, 30% more damage would not have made a difference to KO the Tapu Fini. Choice Band Garchomp might have even struggled as well. And the opponent just forfeits. Alright guys, that's it. That's the Iron Defense Tapu Fini. Maybe Porygon might have been the better one to bring in. Because like Porygon into the Thunderbolt. That at +2 probably could have taken down the Tapu Fini. And then, like, what else would have happened for the rest of the game? So the Focus Sash is kind of weird because that means Garchomp would have, like, Dragon Claw, KO, or, like, go for the KO onto the Flygon. Flygon gets in there, Focus Sash, Dragon Dance, outspeeds, drops it down to 1 hit points. Lopunny can come in, Fake Out, that KOs the Garchomp, High Jump Kick, Porygon's done. So, I mean, Tapu Fini traded the Metagross, and then after that, whatever happens, happens. That's going to be about. So, if you guys enjoyed that Iron Defense Tapu Fini OP, seeing the benefits of both the Confusion Berry as well as the leftovers, and how it ends up playing out, and just understanding the Pokemon, pushing to its limits, and winning in a crazy situation. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. See you in the next Fan Fridays.